everyone, it's your girl Regina Sunshine coming to you live from what is always a beautiful day for me here in Douglasville, Georgia with the Regina Sunshine Show here every Monday from 12 noon to 1:15 p.m. with my version of midday motivation, helping you get a Regina Sunshine state of mind. If you tuned in last week, I'm still kind of recovering from my personal mentor, Michael Gaskin, being in the building and talking to me like it was his show for a full hour last week. But we were back to regularly scheduled shows with two amazing guests today. Not new, I guess, to the Regina Sunshine family, a returning guest and guess more like family member. Renata Brown is in the building, and then we have science educator Mr. Ronnie Thomas, which if y'all could see what I see right now, y'all know some cool stuff's getting ready to happen out here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. I just wish I had time, Mr. Thomas, I'm throwing it on you. I wish I had time to invite some kids out here so they could enjoy what Christine and I get to enjoy a little bit later. All right. So a couple of announcements. Just a reminder, on June the 10th, here at Regina Sunshine Global Network, we will have the second annual Boss Awards, the Men's Awards, along with our fourth annual Young Boss Awards, where we honor boys ages 5 to 17 that are excelling in whatever their area of gifting is. We always have a great time with the boys. I can't wait for you guys to see the boys that will be honored this year. We have the Nzurai drummers will be back. If you guys remember them from last year, everybody loved them. Young African drumming group. I think the boys ranged in age from like maybe 9 to 13 or 14, something like that. But they were amazing. Everybody loved them. So I've already talked with them, and they're going to be back. And another thing that we're going to do new this year, we're doing a $500 business pitch competition for our boys. So if you have a young man in your family that you know in your community who has been in business for a year or less, and or who has a business idea, we're going to give them an opportunity to win $500 and also some business consultation time with some multimillionaires that I know that have already volunteered, from my mentor Michael Gaskin to, if you saw him on the show a few weeks back, serial entrepreneurs own more businesses than most of us can name. Timothy Simpson has already agreed, and he's already volunteered his Young CEOs curriculum to be used for these young. And I've read the curriculum; it's phenomenal. So he has volunteered that, and man, I got a number of guys that have volunteered time to these young men. So even if they don't win the pitch competition, they'll get the opportunity to get some true hands-on counsel and information from men who've been full-time entrepreneurs all the time that I've known them, and way beyond that. So we're excited about that. And again, that's June the 10th. You can go to reginasunshine.com and get information on all the events. So if you want to vend, you want to sponsor, you want to go ahead and get tickets, if you want to nominate a boy, we're not taking nominations yet. People have been asking me, but if you're ready, go ahead and nominate them. Let's go ahead and get that going. Also, this summer we have the Awesome Girl Awards. It's the 5th annual Awesome Girl Awards. We're so excited. We've partnered with the Andrew and Walter Young YMCA to do the 5th annual Awesome Girl Awards. We want to do something a little bit different and fun for the girls. It's also going to be the book launch for the Awesome Girl book. We have Awesome Girl collaboration book, where our goal is 30 authors. We have 21 girls that have signed up to be authors in this Awesome Girl book. And the whole premise is for girls to see that they don't have to be the same. They can all have different interests and backgrounds and physical appearances, and they're still awesome girls. And so it's my dream that girls that will read this book, they will find one girl in the book that looks like them, that sounds like them, that has the same heart and ambitions and goals they do. So they recognize, hey, if she's an awesome girl, I'm an awesome girl too. So you can actually, again, go to reginasunshine.com. Like I said, we have a few more author spots for the Awesome Girl book. Again, girls ages 5 to 17. You can go ahead and sign up to be a vendor or a sponsor for the Awesome Girl Awards. I'm telling you, that Awesome Girl Awards show is going to be something pretty dope, because we're actually doing an all-girl awards show. I mean, it's girl MC, girl DJ, girl everything. So I'm really, really excited about this, as well as some of our past Awesome Girls have already agreed to come back and tell the girls some of the great things that they've been able to be a part of, being a part of the Awesome Girl program, and also what they're doing now. So we're excited about that. I know it's been almost 2 weeks now, but again, it's still on my heart. Again, big special thanks to Representative Valencia Stovall, Representative Kimberly Alexander, Representative Mike Glanton, Representative Abel Mabel Thomas and Representative Sheila Jones for honoring me at the state capitol on the 20th. It was a phenomenal time. We had a good time, didn't we, Christine? So I thank you guys for coming together. What happens in situations like that where you're lifted up and you're honored, or people that have never heard your name here, it gives you an opportunity to have conversations in spaces that you might not have been able to. Also gives you credibility in a lot of spaces as well. And I'm seeing that people are reaching out to me and offering services. Or all, you know how Renata shaking her head in the back, and all of a sudden new partnerships are showing up out of all kinds of places. But again, I'm thankful to all of these representatives because I know them. And I know their hearts. Representative Stovall has been working with me on the Awesome Girl Project from day one. Representative Mike Blanton has been working with me with the Young Bosses from day one. And so I know their hearts, and I'm thankful that people that I respect love and respect me. That's a blessing. All right. The lineup today at Regina Sunshine Global Network, and I'm probably a few minutes behind. You got to keep me on track here, Christine. I'm on time. Woohoo! I'm sorry. All right, so today is the first Monday of the month. So at 5 o'clock, we have Sunflowers in Motion, live line dance and health awareness show. That's Miss Barbara Baylor, who is a career health educator, has worked on the Hill in D.C., on the lupus caucus there and everything. Phenomenal woman. But she does a live line dance here, low impact line dance. You know, most of us know a few line dances. You know the ones you do at every family reunion, you know, every cruise ship, right? Well, you come here to this show and you learn line dances you ain't know existed. And so we have a great time, and she always focuses on some health awareness piece for the month. And so I'm excited that Miss Barbara Baylor is a part of our team. At 7 o'clock, we have Team Bride Tribe Game Show, where normally we have brides and their tribes playing for a prize and answering the question, which tribe knows their bride the best? And so it's a head-to-head battle between brides and their tribes in a newlywed game / family feud type of setup. And it's a lot of fun. And we serve free food here at 7 o'clock on Monday night. So come and get some free food and see a great show. All right. And then at 9 o'clock, we have The Curve, which is a roundtable women's talk show from a curvy woman's perspective. So that's the lineup for tonight. You can always welcome to come in studio. We always have some great people here. Like I said, it's quite a buzz here on Monday night. So starting at about 5 o'clock till about 10 o'clock tonight, you're welcome to drop in, have a good time with us. Now, if you come too early or too late, you might not eat. Nah, I'm talking. There'll be some food here for you. And we have great vendors here as well on Monday nights. So that lady with them sweets come back. There was a lady here a couple weeks ago. Y'all had the apple pie cupcake type of thing. I don't know what that was. She don't think she, all right. You don't want her to come. Well, I'm just telling you, if the woman come back and y'all happen to come here, make sure you go before everybody else get them. She got some good stuff on her table. All right. Shout out to our sponsor for today's show, Lanita Mitchell Blackwell with Leading Through Living Community, Bold Favor Magazine, Bold Favor Media Group. Thank you for always supporting me in my efforts. You can go to leadingthroughliving.com and get all the information there, from publishing to coaching services to helping you get your own television and radio show started. Lanita does it all. All right. So be sure to check out Leading Through Living. All right. I normally go to the first break, and I've been talking fast because I'm a little bit worked up over here. But I always talk fast, on it, Christine. Yeah. Not always, but today I'm kind of, I got some things on my heart today. I normally go to the first break talking about something that I'm thankful for. And today I'm thankful for my family and for health and life and strength. I have someone in my circle, and I'm not even going to try not to cry, Christine. If I'm going to cry, I'm going to cry. There's someone in my circle that I love and care about so much, whose mother had a stroke yesterday, and their family's kind of in a, I don't know if you've been there. I remember when my father had his stroke, and we were in chaos. And so my heart is with them today. As she's had surgery now and she's out, but I know what it feels like to be in that space where you feel helpless, but for prayer. So that means you're not helpless. You have a tool that you can use at all times. And so to the Hanley family, I love you. We're praying for your mother. I'm standing with you and confessing and believing what the word says and not what the enemy says. And I tell you what my mother told us when we were in the hospital with my father. She says, the doctors have to tell you what they have to tell you. That's what they're trained to do. But what we have to do is now take our faith, and we stand on that. And I remember sitting in the dark room with my mom when the doctors were trying to tell us to pull the plug on my dad. My sister Pam's on this side, my mom's on this side, and the doctor's telling us all these morbid things. And my mama's smiling the entire time. I'm telling you, she's a phenomenal woman. And the doctor looked at her and he said, Miss Gore, do you understand what I'm saying? Because he was thinking, you can't be understanding what I'm saying and you're smiling. And she looked at him and she said, Doctor, I thank you for everything you've done for my husband. She said, you guys continue to do what you do. And we'll continue to do what we do. And I need you to know that my God has the final say. And we walked out of there and she looked at us and she said, girl, she said, this is the time we're either going to stand on what we say we believe or we might as well go home. She said, your father is healed by the stripes of Jesus, and that's where we'll stand. And the man who they said would never wake up, who had all these black images on his brain scans, and the ones that they could not believe that we still had hope for, everything they said he wouldn't do, he did. And I truly believe it's because my mother stood and she believed and she covered him when the whole world had given up on him. And so to the Hanley family, I tell you, stand. God has the final say. We're going to take a quick break. I love you all. We'll be right back with Regina Sunshine Show here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. All right, you guys, you're back live on the air at Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And I'm so excited to have a returning guest. This has to be at least maybe the third time that you've officially been on the Regina Sunshine Show, but the first time out here at Regina Sunshine Global Network. We welcome back to the show Miss Renata Brown.
I'm so glad that you have me back. That's the blessing right there.
How can I not with the kind of moves you out here making in these streets? I mentioned to you before the show that we might not always communicate, but you're one of those people that I watch because I know you making moves. So there's certain people that I watch that inspire me, or I'm at the house, I'm like, I need to be doing more. Coronata out there starting another business, and so you're one of those people that I keep my eye on. But do this for our audience. Remind them who you are and what you do.
My name is Renata Brown. You can find me on Facebook, Renata Brown, no pseudonyms. um, we do a few things. So we have two publications. One is called Aspire, and that's A-SPIRE.me. So Aspire Me publication. And we also have Inspire Me, which is EM-SPIRE.com. And Inspire Me, the M is for entrepreneurs, and the E is for entrepreneurs, and the M is for motivators. And so the two publications bring together the things that I love. The first publication, Aspire, came from an award show that's been rebranded under that. The GANSPO Awards, which was a mouthful. People like GANSPO, okay. What stood for Gifted Artist, Neo Soul, and Poetry Awards. So we rebranded under Aspire. We took a break last year to concentrate on the publications, but we're going to be back. We're leaving Atlanta, though. Not that I don't love Atlanta, but we're moving to Dallas. We'll be there for 3 days in the fall. So I'm really, really excited about it. The first day is a fundraiser for sickle cell anemia. A lot of you know my history. My daughter passed away a few years ago from complications. So it's a cause that's close to my heart, and it's a way to celebrate her. So we just bring awareness for that. The second day, we have a full-on expo, authors, vendors. We're going to teach some business class because it's important for people to understand the business of business, and artistry, and also in entrepreneurship. And so that's important for us. And plus, we're going to have some shopping. Yes.
Some shopping?
And the third day, we have the award show, which will be that Sunday evening. So we're excited. We have some other things on the horizon. We're trying to be like Regina when we grow up, okay? Talking about watching.
Don't listen to Ronaldo.
No.
Don't listen to
watching. I'm watching you. You watching me. But in a good way. So we're getting ready to launch our third publication / television network called Dreamspire, and I'm so excited about Dreamspire because in our other publications we have like pretty high profile, people you might have seen on TV growing up. We had a chance during the Super Bowl to interview Kumo D, and I'm like, wow.
I saw those pictures. I was so jealous.
He's really a cool person. He's just absolutely
he's still on my Christmas list. Just so
and Carl Payne. Well, we maybe got
for real.
I'll slide you.
I want that interview. Okay,
he's just an awesome person. He really was. Okay. It was a great interview. Carl Payne from Martin, and he's doing a lot of other things. He has a show on Bounce TV, so we had a chance to do that. So I'm just excited about being in the space that I am. I'm excited about the new thing that we have coming, Dreamspire, because Dreamspire, unlike our other publications, it will highlight, I like to call it, extraordinary people doing extraordinary things that may not have that major stage yet, may not be a household name or an Emmy winner or a legend. It's going to be a space just for them. So we're really excited about that.
I love that. It's always great to have an opportunity to showcase people that are living on purpose or living out a dream, but maybe haven't, like you said, reached that space yet where everyone knows who they are. And I'm glad you mentioned your work with sickle cell. That's what I meant to say before about Miss Barbara. I said lupus, but I meant sickle cell. I've been wanting to connect you with her. I think and when she first signed on here, I gave her your name and information, and maybe she didn't reach out to you, but I'm going to make sure we make that connection because I would love for you to have a chance to come on her show and tell your story. And especially, she still does quite a bit of work with the Sickle Cell Foundation and everything. So I know you guys would have a lot to talk about. I know she has, her grandson has sickle cell as well. So but back to you. I always like to mention how I first met someone, and I'm trying to think. It may have been a spoken word event because in all this talking she didn't mention that she's a phenomenal spoken word artist and painter, artist, some everything person, multi-talented
Thank you.
on many, many levels. But I remember, and I think it may have been Sporadic General did an event at Sweet Tooth. And I
Oh,
saw you.
wow.
Yeah, that's back, right?
But I think it
I
was
had just
actually
moved
before
here. Was it
there.
before? But I had just moved
I
here.
know when I met you. See,
Tell
I
me.
remember
Tell me.
through my first company, Arts on 365 in Roswell. We did a showcase, and you came out and you were one of the vendors with the T-shirts. Way
Oh
back
my! Before I
when.
moved here.
Yeah, I think you were still in the Carolinas.
Wow,
Yes.
Renata, I did not put that together.
Yes.
Oh my
And I
goodness!
still got that T-shirt.
To get your sassy back
I
T-shirts.
do. I
Wow.
have that T-shirt. I do.
Now you really took me back. I'm trying. I did not. I remember coming to that event. I don't remember that being your event. And I think, like I said, I remember being at Sporadic's event and you performed there and us
Uh-huh.
connecting. Wow, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. No, that's the second time I think. Somebody else told me a story that I didn't know happened, whatever. But that's cool. Get your, now, most people don't know me from the Get Your Sassy Back
Uh-huh.
days. So if you know me from the Get Your Sassy Back days, you know me from a little bit. Most people just know Regina Sunshine. That was before I was Regina Sunshine. I
Okay.
was just Regina. Out here, look, don't laugh, Christine. I was just Regina. I'm still just Regina. For those who need to know, but I've been, I guess, since I officially remember meeting you, been watching you grow and evolve and just do so many things that are so inspiring.
Oh, thank
From
you.
starting the Ganspa Awards because you wanted to highlight those artists that aren't being, thought of at these other award shows. So tell our audience again why that particular arena was so important for you.
It really was important. I'm from California. A lot of people don't know that. So when I came out here, I've been out here for a minute. And when I came out here, I had an opportunity to immerse myself in the arts community as an artist myself, open mics, but mainly to support. I have a ton of CDs. I have a ton of independent books. And so I just sat back for 10 years and I said, I know I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I looked and I know Grammy winners, Tony winners. I'm in a movement with the co-founder of Def Poetry Jam, Bruce George, the Genius is Common movement, and all of that. And so I said, I don't see anybody really celebrating the excellence in these artists on a level that I felt and still feel that's warranted. And so I didn't want to do another open mic with shout out to people to do the thing week in, month out. Didn't want to do that. I didn't want to just have one event and then that's it. So that's how the award show platform developed. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey, but it's a journey of love. It's a journey of every platform that I do. It celebrates the excellence. As I was talking with one of your guests before we got on, it celebrates the excellence because we all have it within us. We are all like awesome. We are all stars. We are all magnificent. And sometimes we just need that little push, like you were saying about going and being honored. Because sometimes we have our head down and we don't know that people are watching
Yes.
us. And believe me, I have those stories. People like, I've been watching you for 6 years. Okay, like, okay, it's okay to like. It's okay because sometimes that sounds a little creepy.
It
No.
does.
But really, no, I'm honored that people watch me and they look, and I want to be that example. And I wrote something on Facebook. And I know my publicist, sometimes they're probably just shaking her head. No, no, Renata, no, Renata. My team says, no, Renata. Don't be so transparent. But people, they see your glory, but a lot of times they don't see your story. They don't know. They think that you just, all of a sudden you came up and, you're a multimillionaire or, you got a B behind your bank account. But it's been a journey. It's been a struggle. It's been all of those things, but in everything, I could just see the Creator just growing me and growing me up. He talks to me and then he tells me these crazy things, and I'm just crazy enough to just say, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Sounds like me.
Um, I have a book coming out. Things I learned while packing. 21 ways to move you into alignment with your purpose. And I was like, so you're kidding? You're kidding, right, God? You're saying, you know, I'm kind of doing a few other things, but you want me to write a book in the middle of this? And you know, I was thinking about doing it from a traditional standpoint, you know, because my story, it can be compelling, you know. It's been a lot of things. I had my daughter at 14. Didn't find out that she had sickle cell until she was 3. And, you know, to be at 17 to have a child with the disease, none of the doctors really knew how to do it, didn't understand it. And so it's been quite the journey. I was a child with a child that had to deal with these stuff. And then I grew up moving a lot. And so the creator was like, just share some anecdotes. Share your lessons with packing and just sprinkle in some of your stories so that get moving forward. And I got 80% through with the book, and then it was like, so how is this thing going to end? Okay. And I waited. I've learned how to wait. I've learned how to wait.
Hashtag
And so,
wait.
yes, I learned how to wait. And the creator said, a lot of times we transition. We go from spot to spot to spot to spot. And we're moving over here and we're moving over there. But he said, what the next level is ascension. So stop with the moving and making waves and packing and unpacking and packing and packing and carrying stuff along. For this next rise, it's ascension. And so that's how the book, I'm sorry, my eyes are a little irritated if you see them. I'm not crying, but they're
I've been
watering.
crying. So.
Yeah. But the next level is ascension. And that's where, as a people, it's time for us to ascend. As every platform, as our every individual purpose, it's time to stop all this transition and moving about, but to really ascend to that next level. And so when that epiphany came, I was like, I get it. It's time to go to that next level. And when you have that next level mentality, then those next level things can begin to appear in your life. When you're just moving around, then you're just traveling. You don't have that, you can't see. If you're on the ground, you can't see what's going on up there. You have to be up there to see what's going on down here. And once you ascend, then you can be able to make those moves. Then you can be able to make those connections because you're above it.
Yeah.
And you can understand the plan. Just like when you rise in the plane, you can see that the chaos is actually an infrastructure that you can navigate through. And so when I got that, I was like, wow, okay, it's time to stop moving as a people. Time to stop moving as an individual. It's time to start ascending into everything that we are. And when you do that, you will just start attracting that energy.
I swear you've been in my head. And all I could do was smile when you were talking because I've been having these conversations over the last 30 days that there's been a real shift in how things are happening, and everything in my life that used to have a period now has a comma because nothing's permanent. Nothing has to stay. I'm at this space where I'm like, what is directly aligned with why I'm on this planet?
Exactly.
And those are the only things that I want to be involved with from now on. And at the same time, my circle.
Oh, we'll talk about that. I didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about.
It's gotten smaller and smaller. And the people I thought would ride or die would be here for this entire journey have fallen away. But I understand what God is doing, that in order for me to reach the levels and do the things that I've been purposed to do, that all of this can't ascend with me.
Exactly. It's just like,
Man.
with saying that, it's just like the way the creator broke it down to me is that you're at the airport. There's a lot of people that can see you off, but everybody don't have a ticket to get on that plane. So
good.
People that have come with you, and usually the people that see you to the airport, those are close to you. You know, it's not just random people. Those are people that rocked with you. But they don't have a ticket to go where you're going. And yesterday I posted was that you're going to exceed your mentors. And a lot of times we look up at people that at some point we're going to be looking down at, and not down to, don't get me wrong, down at.
Honey.
Okay, because your mentors are put in your life to take you to a certain place, but at some point you're going to arise. If you live your total self, you're going to rise above where people take you, and that's a hard thing to do sometimes, because to separate yourself from those that you have looked up to.
Did you come over here to minister to me today?
Of course.
Is this about me? It's about because I have a couple of coaches that have already told me, well, I've done all I can do for you. It's time for you to go on. And I'm holding on for dear life. Like, no, no, we came this far together. See my headpiece? See, you see it coming loose? And I've been holding on, Renata, because they've been so good to me and so instrumental in my growth that I can't quite see how I go to this next level without them. Mm-hmm. And they're just pushing me away from them. In love, they're like, I can't do nothing else for you. You want me to just sit here with you? Okay, but I can't do nothing else for you. And you're the first person in my life that I've heard address that out loud. So I thank you for being transparent and all to see. You never know what's going to happen on the Regina Sunshine Show. You think you come here and have one conversation, you have a whole other conversation. So go ahead, continue. I just had to say that.
Yeah, but it's true. It's true. I have a, like I always say, the creator, because I just believe in the universe is just moving. Everything is energy, you know, and however he speaks to you, whatever path that you're on. Raised up in the church, yeah, the minister comes out preaching when I was 16, minister's license, Pentecostal apostolic. So I just always say we were just one step from a cult. But I'm just being real. So I've read the Bible. By the time I was 16, I had read the Bible through twice. So I know the word, and it kind of just permeates out of me. And so I am. But in what we do, we really have to listen. Because I say the creator is always talking to us. And nothing that we should hear should be new to us, because it's already a conversation that the creator is trying to have with us. And like on LinkedIn, I have a huge LinkedIn network. And I grew it from over 400 last April to I have over 4,500 connections on LinkedIn. And with that, the creator just said, start reaching out to people. We collect all these people. We're social, but we're not social. We have a lot of amazing people, and it's like, oh, okay, I have a lot of amazing people. And he told me to start having these conversations. And not because I'm not doing, I don't have other stuff to do. And I've been having some amazing conversations with people and finding out that we are in a movement. We are in a movement as a people. We are in a movement as the earth, that if we really just let the creator do his perfect work in us, and energy is infinite. We have a scientist here, so he knows about the movement of energy. So it's infinite. It can be transformed into anything. So when we just let the creator just work through us, then, you know, all that little worrying and stuff we do, it's like, why? And when we have that energy come forward, then amazing things can happen, and we just connect with everybody.
You know, and all the times that I've been around you and you've been on my show, we normally talk business. We've never had this conversation before, and I'm very thankful. You mentioned before, there's so many things you said that I want to touch on, and I don't have time, but one of the things you talked about that I want to...
You can have me back.
Huh?
You can have me back.
Oh, for sure. We're going to continue this conversation. But you mentioned transparency. My sister is who I call the Facebook police in our family. So when I post something crazy, I get a tag. Take that off your page, ma'am. But I was interviewed in a magazine out of Columbia, South Carolina once, and the lady, after the interview, sent me this email, and I share it with a lot of people. She said, Regina, be transparent on your journey. She says, people need to know that God is not using you because you're special. He's using you because you're available. And that shows people that they just make themselves available. They'll be able to do so many things. And so I tell you the same thing, continue to be, people need to know that, because when they see you elevated, you know, And that's why I just said a second ago, I'm still just Regina. Forget the Regina Sunshine. People see you in these spaces and they say, oh, she must be really special. And I was like, no, you just have to say, God, use me. You know, what am I here for? And go and do that. And these things just continue to grow and develop in your life. And so when you do that, when you are transparent about where you've been and what you've gone through, Renata, it lets someone else out there know, okay, I've been in the same space.
Absolutely.
And if Renata has overcome and kept fighting and is growing and changing people's lives, then maybe I can do the same thing. So it really becomes a point of inspiration for other people.
Well, thank you, and that's it. I mean, we all have that opportunity. It's not a special opportunity. If we all just show up, people ask me all the time, well, how did you do this? I said, I just did it. It's simple as that. I just did it. And that's how I operate. The Creator tells me to do, I just do it. We worry about it all falling into place later.
That is so me.
I just do it. I really do. I move by faith. From the time I was a child, I moved by faith. And I just walk in that. Yes. And the more you clue yourself in. And that's the message to everybody out there. Just listen and be obedient.
Man.
And if you do that, all the pieces, because the Creator is not going to give you anything that you're not equipped to do. So if he put it in you, he can do it through you. Yes. And so just open because it's amazing. I mean, I'm just in this really amazing place in my life. And if I look at if people look at my life from the inside out, they'd be like, oh my God. But when they look from the outside in, they can see those things. And just watch us, keep following us. You have not seen nothing yet. Trust.
Yeah, we're the dreamers, I say, because I'm the person that left my job last year, my corporate job, to do Regina Sunshine full time, which made no sense in the physical, none of it. But God said move, and I moved. And I'm sure people, and I'm sure because I heard it, people are like, you lost your mind, you just gonna quit your job, you gonna go. Yes, because that's what I was told to do, and I didn't see anything. I always tell people, God sees around corners. All I could see was right in front of me, and all I could do was whatever next step I was told to do, whatever next step. And because I was obedient, I got out here by myself, and then people just start showing up. Team members, people coming asking about shows, start showing up because I was obedient. What if I had stayed?
Exactly.
What if I would allowed fear, Mr. Thomas, because Mr. Thomas is going to step out and be full-time. Just, what if I had all these questions instead of just saying, you know what, I'm just going to do what you say, Lord, and trust that whatever you have for me, that if I just move in the direction of it, because I always said his faith is an action word. You know you believe what you say you believe when you move in the direction of it. So if I truly believe you got me, and that this is what my life is purpose for, and that you will make every provision that I need, then when I step out and start to do it, I'm showing you I really believe you.
And he will meet you there each and every time, even when it don't make sense to you. And I'm just gonna leave this because I know we're wrapping up. That's where the ascension comes in. That's where it comes in, because right now we've been operating on a level where we can't see. But once you ascend, then the plan will become real clear, and you'll be able to make those real power moves, just even more. Because right now we're just obedience, going here, going there. But when we really get up to that ascension, it's going to be laid out. It's going to be an infrastructure. You're going to see this piece goes with this piece, and that piece goes with that piece. And it will be a different level than right now.
Yes.
Because all that franticness that goes around with not being able to see around corners, when you begin to ascend, then you're going to be like, oh, okay, this goes over here, this goes over here, this goes over here. Yes. And that's the place where the Creator wants us to get. Is just go ahead and be, it's one, Lori Pellinger, I'm killing her name, but she says, she has this platform, it's just like, go girl, just go girl and be great.
Yeah, and I've seen that, yes.
I love it. I love it. Shout out to you, Lori. Just go and be great. Just go and be great. It's as simple as that. Before
you go, we have to let our audience know, where they can get your publications. Are you looking for writers? Are you looking for content?
We're looking for everybody. Okay. We have 6 staff writers. We're always looking for writers. Connect with us on the magazine. Either one. If you can only remember one, remember a-spire.me. And I say life happens in between the dash. So remember the dash as you won't get to us. a-spire.me. So just a-spire me. And you can connect with us social media. You can connect with all the other things I do. Check out my clothing line, all of that stuff.
Didn't I tell you? I already said this.
I do a couple of things. A couple of things we didn't get to, we got some things going on, but if you connect with the magazine, you'll connect with the clothing line. You'll see when the new show comes out. We are online, so you can watch videos. We do interviews in MP3 format. Just press play. You can listen to them. We also have stuff you can read. Definitely, just connect with us there. Sign up. It's free to subscribe. Just connect with us. Just remember that one thing, and that will open every other thing that we do.
So when is the book coming out? Do we have a release date?
Yes. Okay. This is my plan. So we hope it goes to plan. I want to have it out by my birthday, May 21st.
Okay.
And look for it, and we'll talk about the tours that we're going to be doing about unboxing stuff, because as women, we need safe places to unbox.
I love it. So when you do the book release, let's have you back so we can talk about the books and some of those antidotes. Is it an antidote? That's not the word.
Yeah, that's the word.
It didn't sound right when I said it. All right, so we can talk about some. Okay, so we can talk about some of those because I know, especially a woman as wise as you are and has been through as much as you have, I'm sure you've got some great insights and things to share with the people. So I'll be looking forward to getting your book.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to coming back. This has been wonderful. I'm glad like the old folks said, press my way.
Well, I do want to mention, I was talking before about the Young Boss Awards and the Awesome Girl Awards. I have to say, Renata has always been one of those people when I've reached out. A lot of people don't know what we do with the award show, and we don't always tell people, but one of the things that's special about our award shows, I reach out to people in my network and see what they can do to help further the dreams, careers, goals of the young people that we honor. And every time I've reached out to Renata for, an article for one of the kids in a magazine, or the young man that got to go showcase his art at the, what
African Americans for the Arts.
That was phenomenal for you guys to give him that opportunity. So you one of those people, every time I've asked you, I've come to you with a young artist or whatever, and you're like, what can I do to help? So I thank you, because you've been one of those people who have kept the Awesome Girls and the Young Boss dreams alive. And so I thank you for supporting our effort. So we're going to be calling you again. It's about that time for these awards again.
Well, we got some stuff.
That's real. Awesome. Well, I thank you for being here. Give your website and information one more time for those that are listening.
Okay, www.a-spire.me. So a-spire me.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when y'all come back, well, now I think I'm going to interview him first before we let y'all see everything else that's going on. Ronnie Thomas is in the building. I can't wait for you guys to meet him here live on the Regina Sunshine Show. Where? At Regina Sunshine Global Network. right, you guys, you're back live on the air at Regina Sunshine here on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network. And I'm so excited to have today's guest with us. Welcome to the show, Ronnie Thomas. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here. I like to mention how I met someone. I actually met you at Dr. Renee Sunday's book launch at the Aquarium, which we had such a good time. Y'all should have come. Yeah, y'all should have come. Yes, and then I went. I mean, because I'm always looking, for people to have on the show or to interact with people doing different types of things. And you have the stuff on your table, which of course, the kid and me, I wanted to know what you got. I stood in line for a while to talk to you because the kids were lined up. So, so we're going to get into that. But I want to read a little bit of, because you sent me a really short bio. I mean, it's like this long. Y'all, I just want to tell y'all before I read it.
We like to live out our work and not talk about it so much.
It says, Ronnie Thomas applies his 20 years of STEM teaching experience to ensure that all learners are challenged. He is an enthusiastic and passionate technology educator, all these long words on a Monday, with a solid commitment to the social, academic, and developmental growth of every student. His life's mission has become to provide students with a positive interaction in STEM so that they grow to be confident and competent. Founder of the Georgia Science and Robotics Academy, Incorporated, 501(c), okay, and Fun Weird Science, LLC. Ronnie resides in Atlanta with his wife and 3 children. Yes. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird. Talk to us.
So 20 years of education, and this will be my last year as I will be pursuing Fun Weird Science full time. I think that society tries to put us in boxes. Education can also be restrictive in ways, and my approach to life and through education is to break out of that box and to be weird and to look at life and things around us from different perspectives. So, I think in schools our children read about science a lot, but they don't necessarily do it.
Yes.
So my approach is to let children do science so they can recognize their greatness.
So is this something that kind of like started in the classroom? Is you trying to engage your own students? And then you say, well, wait a minute, more people need to see and do this?
That's exactly what happened. So around my 5th year teaching, I almost left to go drive trucks. I had got kind of burnt out with the mundane routine in the schools. And around that time, I started going to workshops for my own professional development. I would take those things from the workshop, bring them back to the school, and the children would go crazy with excitement and enthusiasm. And for me, it became a high, trying to recreate that same level of excitement in my classroom, and I was able to do that through teaching science in a hands-on way.
So you mentioned 2 businesses here. The first one, of course, Georgia Science and Robotics Academy. Tell us about that.
So that's a 501(c)(3) that I've started, and due to my responsibilities in school, I have not been able to give it my full attention. So the 501(c)(3) is a way that we can garner funding and sponsorships to take our message and our passion to communities that may not be able to afford it or pay for it. So we want to be able to remove that stress from parents, that cost factor, and still be able to provide them with a life impacting experience.
Well, you brought one of your science kits here.
Yes.
Is this an example of, I guess, what parents and children can do at home together?
Indeed. This is exactly why I created it, the Fun Weird Science Kit. And we have more that we're working on now, but this kit was designed for parents to be able to bond at home with their children through science. I know myself, there are areas that I want to improve in as a parent in terms of spending more quality time. So I came up with this kit as a way where parents can sit down at the table with their children and actually have some really engaging moments together that would be memorable, but also educational at the same time.
And it's needed. As I mentioned to you during the break, I was having a conversation with someone close to me, and he said, that he was looking, and I was like, I immediately went to your website and sent it. So there are parents that are looking but don't quite know where to go, because you get information on go here for math, right, or go here for reading, but nobody's, well, not nobody, a lot of people aren't talking about what can we do in the areas of science at home with our children.
Indeed. Well, you found me. So this will be for the rest of my life. My mission will be to provide children with those positive interactions in science and STEM early, so they grow to be confident and competent. So through that, we do face-to-face camps. We do an online class that we're starting. where we ship all the materials to the children at home, and then we meet in a live video exchange, and we go through the learning together. We actually have one coming up in April on STEM careers. We have field trips that we take where we'll go down to Montgomery and we'll watch the robotic processes involved in car manufacturing, and we'll also be able to tour my alma mater, Alabama State University, and do the civil rights tour while we're there as well, to kind of make it a whole, a more well-rounded experience for the children. So showing them STEM in real life.
So in terms of, I guess, the science kits in your classes, what is the age range for the children?
So our programs are K-12. My 20 years of teaching have been more at the elementary realm. I think it's important that we engage the kids as early as possible so that they can grow up and have the confidence they need in seeing themselves when they matriculate through school. So we do programs from K-12. We even do programs for teachers also. But we start them early, but we have programs for everybody.
I love it. I love it. So I know, the audience can't see. We've got a few things set up over there today. And so even though we don't have any children in the building, we're going to be kids today.
We all children inside.
All right, so I think I'm ready to take a break and get going. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When y'all come back, we're going to be standing somewhere else doing something different. Oh, he's all excited. Are y'all nervous? I'm getting nervous when he's the whole mad scientist thing. Anyway, you'll be right back here with Regina Sunshine on the Regina Sunshine Show at Regina Sunshine Global Network.